Hello, this is the Watchdog, and welcome back to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. Today we're going to review the Sapphero SO2110. Let's start out with the wrist check. I'm wearing a Pagani Design PD 1644 homage to a Rolex Daytona Platinum. And Greg was wearing my Pagani Design PD 1701 AK Project. I asked Grogu if he watched the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie. He said that movie is bogus because the Jedi are the Guardians of the Galaxy, not a big tree stump and a raccoon. I told him to relax. It is a different galaxy than yours. It's far, far away. Let's take a look at the watch. It comes in this box. And here's the spare links. It didn't come with any tools. And here it is. This is the third Sapphero on my channel. Sapphero makes solid steel watches with quartz movements that seem to be just a step below Pagani Design, but a step above Benyar. The name Sapphero would imply sapphire crystals, but that implication is wrong. Every Sapphero I have had has had mineral glass crystals. One of my viewers asked me to review this watch. I paid $42, which I think is reasonable for a solid steel watch with a Japanese movement. This, of course, is an homage to the AP Royal Oak, the biggest difference being the bracelet, which is a simulated H-link and not the Royal Oak style with its two small connector links. There are 4 other colorways. You can get the steel and black, white, or green dials. You can also get gold with a black dial. The watch is 42 millimeters if you measure at the flats of the bezel, 49.5 millimeters lug to lug. It's only 10.1 millimeters thick, so it's fairly thin for a big watch. Lug width does not apply, but it's 25 millimeters at the end links. And it weighs 147 grams on the supplied bracelet with 3 links removed. So yeah, I removed 3 links, so you can wear this if you have a fairly big wrist. Then the bezel is your octagon Royal Oak design bezel with vertical brushing, and I'm pretty sure that these little screws are just fake or engraved into the bezel. I don't think they're real, and I'm not going to take a screwdriver to find out because then I'll just scratch it up. And then we have the dial. It's got the waffle pattern. Then it has the Sapphero name and logo up top. Then it says water resistant 100 meters on the bottom. And then we have baton indices with the double at the 12. We have minute markers. It says Japan movement, and it is indeed a Miyota 2115. And it looks like the second hand's hitting the marks, so that's always good. Then we have the hands are just stick hands. They're pretty thin, but they are loomed, but the second hand is not. Then we have a date at 3 with no border or cyclops. Then we have a unsigned crown that's a push-pull, not a screw-down. And the crown is a hexagon shape, which is more like a real AP, so that's kind of nice. You don't see a lot of hexagon-shaped crowns on these cheap Chinese homages. And then the crystal is not sapphire, it's just a flat mineral glass. The AliExpress ad says Hardlex, but Hardlex is Seiko proprietary, so it's just some kind of hardened glass. And then the case is nice. It's solid stainless steel, and it's brushed on the sides. Then you have this chamfered edge is right here. Now these end links here, though, that's fake. That's engraved into the case. So it's not a real link here. It's just looks like it, which is fine because a lot of them that have real links, they don't even flex anyway, so no big deal there. And then if you look at the case back, we have a polished screw down case back. It has the Sapphero name and logo. And it says all stainless steel. 100 meters water resistant. Then made in the PRC, People's Republic of China. Underneath the case back is the Miyota 2115 quartz movement. Let's check out to see if it has that annoying minute hand jump when you go to set it. Does not, so that's always a bonus there. A lot of the issue I have with cheap Chinese quartz watches is the minute hand jump when you set it, and this does not have it, so yay for that. Then if we look at the bracelet, all right, the bracelet looks like an H-link, but it's not. These little grooves here are engraved into it. This is strictly a single link bracelet, so not an H-link. And why they went with the H-link anyway is beyond me, because the Royal Oak does not have an H-link. It has two little tiny links, connector links. The H-link is more associated with the Nautilus, but once again, this isn't a real H-link anyway. Then we have push pins, not screw pins. I'm always happy with push pins because I don't ever lose them like I do screw pins. And then we have a butterfly clasp, and it's bi-directional. You don't have to close it in one direction because there's no little square here with a logo or anything. And thankfully it's a push button and not a friction clasp. Here's the watch and my 7.5-inch wrist. As you can see, it wears nice, contours to my wrist pretty good. So I really like the case. It fits nice and flat. And unfortunately though, a butterfly clasp doesn't always guarantee a perfect fit, but thankfully I got the perfect fit on this, so yay for me. So if you have a 7.5-inch wrist, you shouldn't worry about it, but you never know. Of course, this is spring. Ask me again in the summer. But yeah, it looks nice. I like it. Here we are in the lume room. Just wearing the watch, I could tell the lume was nothing special. As we speed up the time, the indices are already gone. The hands are only slightly better. But at least the hands are better than the indices instead of the other way around, which is very common with these AliExpress watches. What do I like about this watch? Well, I really like the case. I think they did a good job with the case. It's nice and thin, looks nice, wears flat on the wrist. And I like this waffle pattern dial. I think it's got a good color to it. Looks nice. And I like the fact that it has a hexagon crown. Not all cheap AP Royal Oak homages have a hexagon crown, so it's nice to have that. What are my gripes and groans? A fake H-link bracelet. I mean, if you're going to have an H-link bracelet, have a real one. Otherwise, just stick with the oyster style. And the lume is really substandard, not very good at all. And the fact that these links are really big and there are no half links or micro adjusts, so getting the perfect fit isn't always going to be you're not always going to get the perfect fit, and this is a big heavy watch. Do I recommend this watch? Sure. It looks nice, it wears nice, and I see nothing wrong with it. I think the $40 I paid for it is fairly reasonable for a solid steel watch with a Japanese movement. Well, thank you for watching my review of the Sapphero SO2110, and I will be back with another review or unboxing. I got a lot of stuff on order on AliExpress, so some stuff should be coming in fairly soon. Be sure and like and subscribe to my channel. Bye.